Hello again. Okay, so here's the next video where I'm going to show all the parts, where to sand them down, and then I'm going to do priming, and then I'll get back and show how it goes together. So I'll go from top to bottom. Okay, here's your head. The seam line on this one runs around the bottom and the nose, so it runs along this edge over here. I try to keep it where there wasn't too much detail, so it runs along this edge and then around the inside of the ear and around the back. Okay, so that's your head. Next down is your top collar, top shroud if you want to call it that. This one, it runs around the edge. You see it runs along the back, and unfortunately some of these seams might go over detail. You might need to scrub detail back in again very, very lightly, because it's not very deep detail. It's very subtle. Along the bottom, this one doesn't take too much. It's got a full hole on the top where it's hidden away. Same as the head. His full hole is actually on the bottom on his nose. Okay. And then your chest plate. Okay. Also around the back, around the edge. Okay, and your full holes on top. So sand that down. Okay. Your ears, pretty simple, around the edges. Okay. If you do find bubbles, just fill them up. They are pressurized, put under pressure, but this one has a small bubble on it, on the ring. Okay, if there's major bubbles I won't send the part out, but if it's fixable I will. Okay. Something just all easy to fix. Okay, next would be your top shroud. Okay, this one, the full hole, as I recall correct, was on this point. Okay, so the seam line runs along the inside, so it's hidden away all the way around. The detail is preserved. Okay, then the biggest one you're going to have, or I have on my one, I'm going to try and prevent it in future ones, since this is the first out of the molds. Okay, first of all, your fill spout, sand that down if you want to. It's really hidden away, you don't need to, but to decrease weight, it might be a good idea to sand that off. Okay, and then because it's such a big piece, I had to cut the mold down the back, and that created a seam mark running down the back of this through the detail. Okay, and it tapers out halfway. So I'm going to need to sand this. I'll try and make it less in kits that I'm going to be selling, but I might lose some detail over here. It's not too much of a worry, because the shroud, this one does cover it partly. Okay, so it's not the end of the world. I only know how it looks once I get paint job onto it. Okay, then your collar. Is it a collar? Yes, I think it is. Or shoulder piece, whatever you want to call it. Full hole directly on top. Okay, and then you've got a seam running down the center on each side, and on the bottom run straight through the center. Okay, and this is your stand thing for your stand, your hole. Okay, so it's pretty simple. The next video I'll show how it goes together. The other thing I'll do is I'll first put a paint job on it. I'll just do some sanding, sand all the seams down, and then I'll put a base coat on, and then I'll come back and I'll show you how it goes together, because then you can see the detail better. Okay, thanks, cheers.